What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. I actually just finished creating my part 5 to Cyberpunk 2077, and lo and behold, afterwards we got a patch 1.05 update, and I just wanted to quickly talk about these patch notes with you guys, just for those that are like kind of wondering. Got the full patch notes, but yeah, thank you guys for joining in. Make sure you guys check out my series. I'm loving the game so far, especially playing on the PS5 and everything. Let's get into it. Alright, as you can see, we got the patch notes out right now, literally just as I finished recording. They were released, so I think that's dope that they're continuing to just keep upgrading this game way after launch. I know they already got some backlash for it and everything like that. I think that's super cool, and I appreciate that a lot. I don't really want to get into the quest because I know I personally haven't really finished the game. I think, like I said, I'm only on part 5, so I don't want to really spoil anything for myself, but right now I'm just going to slowly glance at it if you guys want to check it out. Pause the screen whenever, all that cool stuff. Gameplay, I feel like that's cool. It says improve the reaction time to NPCs taking cover. I noticed that a lot of the times you'd be shooting them and they just kind of stood there, and even though they're behind cover, they didn't really necessarily duck or anything. It wasn't anything crazy. That's good to know, at least, that subtle things like that. Corrected numbers needed to kill a civilian. I haven't really done that yet, but that's good. Hopefully it's not as much since they are civilian, they're not really armored. Visual, let's see, added warmth to your HDR for those that, I don't think I'm running HDR on mine right now, but that's good to know, get your quality out there. UI, the inventory menu no longer closes immediately after opening it. Okay, I did notice that. Sometimes I thought I just didn't click it, or I clicked it too fast or something, I double clicked it. But nice to know that they did fix that little simple quality of life things, Fast travel, I haven't tried that yet, but that is good. Multiple stability improvements, including crash fixes, that's also good. I actually got a couple of those where I was just randomly, like I think I was driving, got to a spot, finished the phone call, and then my game would crash, so that's good that they got that sorted out. I'm assuming off-screen explosions make noise now. I don't think I've noticed that, but if you have, that is good as well. Improved image sharpening with chromatic aberration and film grain. I think that's also dope. I usually turn mine off just for the quality of like my recording, just because I have a low-end PC right now and I'm using remote play to actually capture it. But I think that's dope. Settings should no longer reset to default. Again, that goes back to that. That's really good, because sometimes I go and start recording, realize that the settings have reset, so they were like a motion blur and all that stuff came back on. Corrected the look of several vehicles, I can only imagine. We just got into the part where we get our vehicle, or we're choosing and looking at vehicles, so that's good. Get to see, maybe I can see it before and after when I get there. All right, so overall, as you can see, guys, there's a lot of fixes to this. I know that for most people are like, oh, why did they have to fix so many things? Regardless, they got to it, and I think that's pretty dope. I know a lot of people are just hating on the game right now, especially on current gen, and I totally understand. You pay $60, all this hype we've had for so long over these years, to get a game that felt unfinished to some people, and I get that, but you also have to remember the time that we're in right now. I'm not making an excuse, don't get me wrong, by all means, I'm a consumer as well. I want a good quality game, but I'm also understanding that these are human beings, you know what I mean? Like a game like this, I personally don't know how you'd be able to do it, you know what I mean? Like the thought process, the dialogue and all that stuff. So I want to credit to them for all these patches. Sure, it's a little late, but I'm glad that they're coming out with it. I know for some it's too slow sometimes with all the dialogue, and for some it's too glitchy, but overall I'm enjoying the game so far, and be sure to check out the series, guys. I think you'll enjoy it as well. Where we're at, my decisions, and how life's going, the effect. I really love the feeling it puts on me. Bromance, all that stuff. But yeah, trying to just keep this short, let you guys know real quick. These are the notes. If you want, I'll leave this link in the description as well. Be sure to check out my other videos. I got so much more upcoming, and I appreciate you guys stopping by. But anyway, without further ado, man, it's your boy Cussed Out, and I'm out.
Spotlight, moonlight, nigga, why you tripping, get your Mariah? Shawty look good in the moonlight.